Sag, welcome to your general overview or your in-depth 369. What's going on, please? Show me that Sagittarian energy. Show me. What's going on, please? Show me that Sagittarian energy. What's up for Sag? What's going on? What's going on, please, for Sag? Like always, take what resonates, leave what does not, right? These are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so if they don't resonate, normal. Frustrating but normal. Check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. What's going on, please, for Sagittarius? Show me signs. All right. Starting with that recent past, but recent is entirely up to you. The Wheel of Fortune. Strength. 3 of Wands. Okay. There's a strong sense of I need to stay put, calm, and quiet. You're doing this with strength and reserve, so that looks like it's waiting with purpose. Okay, we'll clarify, see what's up with that. But you're saying as time has passed, you need to be patient, and you need to be strong, and these are characteristics you're showing me that you choose them. Okay, you're saying this is something I need to wait on within myself. Strength of character, we'll see why. Okay, fast forward a little bit. 3 swords, Knight of Cups, the 4 of Swords. Okay. The Empress, Page of Pentacles, Chariot. Good, good, good. You are showing me the passage of time, but it's good. These are good things. Okay, more in your present. Like I said, 3 swords, the Knight of Cups, the 4 of Swords. I do see you. Let's see, I hear Cinnamon. Ooh, she might be going after a squirrel. She takes that very seriously. 3 swords, Knight of Cups, 4 of Swords. Just saying I need to rest my heart, but that's okay. You're saying you can handle that you can deal with it. It's a light rest, particularly as it relates to vulnerability. But you're saying you're doing it. You're an active participant. You're all down for it. You are more than happy to rest your particular heart, and we'll see why. And it shows. In future, the Empress, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot, I see you making from a comfortable space as the Empress, in other words, your most empowered state. I see you making a comfortable investment to move forward in some way in the Chariot. I don't know what that is. It looks small, in other words, manageable, but it's coming from a good place of security. That is the Empress, okay? I think I'm going to put something of myself into this and see where it goes. The Chariot. I want to. It's a small part of me. I can part ways with it. I mean it. And let's see what happens, okay? It's interesting. What's going on? What's going on? What's up? Show me that Wheel of Fortune. Time has passed. So, and that kind of tells me it knocks it out of that recent past bracket. Okay. Recent past isn't always so recent. Sometimes it's much further back, you know. What's going on, please? Show me that Wheel of Fortune. Time marches on. It waits for no man. Yes, indeed. Man or woman, time marches on. Let's see that Wheel of Fortune. Very curious. It looks so simple and straightforward on your baseline. The Tower, 4 of Pentacles. Whoa, 3 of Pentacles. Whoa, whoa. Okay, okay. As I say, Sad, you're making this look super simple. That's because you came to terms with this a long time ago. I'm going to go ahead and clarify strength here real quick before I give you that breakdown. And that's going to tell me if I should bother with the 3 of Wands. I think I got it. Let's see that strength, please. The Sun, 8 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. Okay. You kind of radically blew up a dynamic that you said it's not. We're not very good friends, or we're not very supportive, or you and I are not on the same goals. We're not on the same page. We're not even playing in the same fucking arena. I held on to this as long as I could. And you did. You were very honest about that. You're showing me the passage of time with the Wheel of Fortune already in the past position, so that took a minute. You slapped some 4 of Pentacles on that. Oh boy, that's really exaggerating the timeline. You held on to something tooth and nail as long as you conceivably could. We'll call it friend for now. It could also be like a low-level work environment, something where there's the expectation to get along, and there weren't much in that. And you powerfully exited it. For some of you, it is a work scenario. For some of you, it is closer to home in terms of personal friendship that weren't so friendly. It weren't cooperative. You're like, I was holding on to this for all the wrong reasons because the Tower's here and I see you pretty much lighting that particular stick of dynamite. And it's like saying, I held on to this. And it was ridiculous. The Tower is self-admission here. I'm not even sure why I held on to this. Delusions. Illusions that it would work out, that we would finally get on the same page, that we would actually cooperate. That's a hell of a Tower to bring down over what looks like very simple concepts. That is 3 and 4 Pentacles. But the fact that you're showing me such a radical exit towards it tells me that you admit to yourself that this was not just stupid, but it was also painful. Why did I hold on to this? You and I are nothing alike. The 3 of Pentacles being the idea is we're friends, is because we have a common goal. We have a lot of things in common. And in fact, the 3 of Pentacles is the springboard energy. We start here, see where it goes. And that's anything. Any sort of cooperative structure, work, collaboration, family, friends, lovers, whatever. You typically start there, the 3 of Pentacles, assuming you both have healthy, constructive goals. Right? And you're like, nothing about that was healthy or constructive. Tower. You held on to it years, for some of you, years. It wouldn't cooperate. That didn't keep you from holding on to it, hoping it would, right? I know. Point is, you recognized it for what it was at some point, and you blew it up. I was about to attribute that 7 of Swords to you, and it's just not what happened here. That's not what happened. Somebody, I don't know what in this friendship structure, opted out of putting real work into it, while somebody else showed strength and pride to put work into it. That's all I know. Somebody's with the strength of conviction, pride, and a sense of sun and warmth, and I really care about this. I want to put all of myself into it. Or at least some of the best parts of me. And somebody else is like, sure. And didn't mean it. 7 of Swords. I don't think it were you. And let me tell you what. You already told me you held on to this hoping it would work for as long as you conceivably could. So somebody was fronting the real world activity, action, and somebody else was like, samesies. Totally. I know what we just talked about. I'm going to go, you know what? I'm going to go out for a pack of smokes. Okay. And hey, you know what? Hey, when it's time to put in that constructive effort, I'll be there. 100%. I got to go now. And they backed out like a little, you know what, when it came time to pony up the real dough. So you saw this here from the horizon. Looking back on this, you can see it now. It looks like a reflection you have come to terms with. That you held out hope for the wrong things. You held out hope for yourself in this. And that you realized you were just essentially holding on. Right? When one person steps up to the plate and the other one kind of backs out, you know what you're working with. And there's something about that lit that tower. And that was a big case of it. And it's with you. It's reflective with you. It's very strongly showing up in your past. But again, it's not so immediate. If you're the side who's like, I know, I blew it up last week, I'm not talking to you. I'm sorry, I'm just not. The timeline is so strongly imprinted here. It's a very strong impression. I can see that we held on to the dynamic for a couple of years, low functioning as it was. And the way you're looking back on it now, passage of time, as far back as Leo season last year, or upwards to possibly even a whole year. And you're looking at it now, and you can agree with what you did. You can agree with what you did. What I did was correct. It might have been loud, it might have been shocking, but nonetheless, when I said I was going to work on it, I meant it. So when I said I was going to destroy it, I meant that too. Yeah. You say what you do what you say, I can tell. You know? The thing is, understanding that we were holding on to something that just we weren't on the same goals. Now, we're going to fast forward you a little bit. You understood the folly of this, waiting for it to be stronger, for it to show up the way you wanted it to, that you were willing to put in the work for. Okay. let's fast forward. Let's see that Three of Swords now. Showing that Three of Swords. Hopefully what I'm seeing for you is that you're moving away from the pain. And that you're opening up to a place of rest and hopefully loving yourself more. Let's take a look. Show me that Three of Swords, please. Show me that Three of Swords. 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 Show me. Show me that Three of Swords. Show me that Three of Swords. Somebody snuck out of the work, man. The real work. They had it within them. But they got weak knees. They got jello legs. I don't know. I don't know. This is that person who knew they had a homework assignment to turn in. They're like, yeah, about that. You know, gosh, I was... This is going to sound so crazy. I meant to do this, that, and the other, and then they have like 50,000 steps when it just comes down to one thing. They couldn't step into it. They could, and then they had a million reasons why they couldn't. Okay. Very good. King of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Three of Swords. We understand, practically speaking, that while sometimes it felt good to connect to it, mostly it was just self-sabotage. I agree. You're showing me more reflection, and this is what helped amped up your healing over this particular broken heart, is that when we understood we participated in this, it was just a form of self-sabotage. It might have felt good, a little bit emotionally secure. That's not a lot of emotional security with the King of Pentacles, but it felt good in its own way when we connected to it. But the thing is, we had to lie to ourselves in order to connect with it. This is what ultimately broke our heart, is active free will participating in self-sabotaging tendencies. Okay? We can see on this now. We can reflect on this now. And it's very honest. You know, Five of Swords, we all have it. It's not a judgment call on my part. I read the cards. Five of Swords is real. We all experience it. That's why I tell you, if you have to talk yourself into it or talk yourself out of it, you need to stop on both points and figure it out. Sit down, figure it out. But don't bully yourself in any one direction, because you will never be satisfied with the answer. Understand why you wanted to connect with it. How did it end up driving those stakes in your heart? Why? Because you told yourself what you had to tell yourself in order to justify connecting with it. And why? Because it kind of felt good. Three Cups. You know, and that's a hard thing to come to terms with, and I understand. I do. But nonetheless, it's real and it's honest. Okay? And learn from it. Don't repeat it. That's it. You're allowed the mistake. You're allowed those things. It only becomes a failure if we continue to repeat the same so-called mistakes, because that means we ain't learned shit, right? And is that good enough for you? The answer is no. Or at least it shouldn't be, you know. It shouldn't be good enough for you. All right, let's see that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. By the way, I will point this out as a technicality in tarot. I am required to. This is basic math. And for those of you who understand that combination at Three of Swords, yes, and Three of Cups, I will address it. Neither on their own is good enough to support this. They are together, and they are over what looks like a forced connection of self-sabotage. So I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. If you got yourself, or you found yourself in a third-party situation, or you found out you were, or you kind of got yourself into one, okay, that's not who you are. That's not who you're supposed to be. That's it. Learn from it. Forgive yourself. Don't be anybody's third party. Don't be subject to one. That's it. All right? Let's see that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. Show me that Knight of Cups. Am I better than a third party? The answer should unequivocally be yes. Okay? Save yourself that little conflict right there. And if you're in one, it's not good enough. Get out. I don't care what the reasons are. I don't care what he said, she said. I don't care about any of that shit. It's what happens now. Cinnamon's playing with her little husky. Oh my God. It just breaks my little heart when she does it. When I got her, guys, she was like a little furry loaf of bread. She was like this big. when I picked her up, the day I picked her up from rescue and adoption, she was like this little fluffy loaf of bread. And now she's this massive and she still plays with her little husky. Stop it. Oh my God. 5 of Cups. There you go. It's taking you strength to be back in love with you. But nevertheless, you are 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. 1 foot in front of the other. You just keep going, honey. Keep going. You got this. With strength, you have such a strong heart. You have such a strong, proud heart. Yeah, no. Not everybody's 3 swords and 3 cups add up to third party. But I have to put that in there as a tarot technicality, as I said. For those of you who just experienced self-sabotaging, connecting to someone, forcing yourself to connect with them because you thought maybe they were all right. You still owe it to yourself to heal from that. It still didn't fit you, regardless of the scenario or situation. It still wasn't correct. You have such a beautiful heart. And I see you connecting to someone who could not or would not step into the same role as you about work, real work. Why? To preserve the connection as far as I could tell and nothing more. So you remember that. Remember that. You have such a beautiful heart, and I see you with determination to push past, or not just push past, but push through. And remember the strength of your own particular heart. This 5 of Cups just isn't good enough. You're going to feel regret, yes, most likely for participation. Remember that loud exit? Most likely for participation. That's likely where the regret's stemming from, the self-sabotaging stuff. But you have such a strong, beautiful, bold heart, and it wants to move forward. It needs to move forward. Allow it to. I want you to fall in love with you. Okay? The Knight of Cups is trying to express his love and vulnerability to the King of Cups, who's clearly hurt. 5 of Cups. Be strong, love yourself, and remember, move forward. Okay? There are times you must be still. 4 of Swords. And there's times you need to move it forward. Life is an obligation of understanding both. All right. Let's see that 4 of Swords. Don't forget to rest, reflect, but also keep moving. Let's see that 4 of Swords. Show me that 4 of Swords. Show me that 4 of Swords. Your heart is too big, too bold, and too beautiful to be subject to this bullshit. Show me. Show me this 4 of Swords. Show me this 4 of Swords. Show me that 4 of Swords. You're a real person with real feelings. Okay? That's it. So give yourself that respective dignity. Move it forward. Yes. You hear that? The Moon, Ace of Swords. There you go, honey. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. And that's what I'm saying. Life is that straddling that line between being an active participant, moving forward, and knowing when to be still and reflective. You're doing both. Beautiful. Keep at it. I see you determined, even though it sucks. And there's going to be times when you are straight up pissed off. Pissed off specifically with the truth. The Ace of Swords is here. And in the Moon. So this is very much quiet reflection. You're going to have moments where you are freaking pissed off by what it is you understand now that was elusive to you, about your subconscious thoughts, actions, behaviors. And oh boy, you're going to be pissed with yourself. Ease down. Okay? Did you learn what you needed to learn about self-lies, deception, talking yourself in and out of things, forcing it to fit when you know it damn well won't, offering to do work and you know the other person's not going to show up and they're going to give some half-ass this, that, and the other about why they can't, even though they kind of alluded to maybe why they would? Okay, it's all fart in the wind. And it is. I want you to ease up. Okay? Remember, part of loving yourself is not just learning, but showing yourself kindness too. You have a big heart, and it's going to hurt deeply to look at these things under the moon, but nonetheless, you can, and you should, and you will. You'll get through the other side, I promise. And this reflection, mind you, is done on your time. So I see you at 2 various points of existence. Understanding these things, allowing yourself to feel it and absorb the responsibility of it, and learning from it. These are all good things, and it's happening now. Everybody show me the moon. I can't say I'm surprised. Pisces season's right around the corner, and hopefully I can see collectives move past this after Pisces season. There are various states of this, that, and the other. That's it, really. And in the future, the Empress, Page of Pentacles, the Chariot. Oh boy, don't you feel better. Enough to make an investment in a particular direction. That tells me you're feeling a lot more empowered than where you came from, where you are. In other words, I think you get back on board with you. Let's see that Empress, please. Show me that Empress, show me that Empress, show me that Empress, show me that Empress. Show me that Empress, please. Show me that Empress. Yeah, there's that Ten of Swords. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords. Okay, there's that Ace of Swords. You're living it now. You have completely cut out that which you've been holding on to. You've absorbed the pain and the knowledge of it all. Your knowledge at this point is now completely crystal clear and has completely extricated itself from the moon. All the knowledge is now visible to you. You left no stone unturned. Okay? You carry this around with you, that you will no longer hold on to painful things. You will let them go if need be. If it does not serve, and if it's anti-productive, because the Empress is pro-productivity, not anti-productivity. Anything that represents generosity, of love, life, spirit, and frankly, also just material wealth. All these things produce. So you have, as your particular form as the Empress, empowerment from understanding and accepting the truth. It is now fully out of the moon, and how we cut out, let go of any Four of Pentacles, residual, holding on effects. You're saying you won't do it again. If it's painful and it's an ending, let it go. Learn from it what you need to learn. Do not hold on to it. Let it go. Yeah, I agree. It's going to get easier in future when you can start sorting out stuff quicker and faster. About, am I holding on to this, or does this actually serve a purpose? Is it taking away from me, or is it adding to me? That'll get easier. You've been through something like this in a connection. Yeah, things like that get easier. What can be removed, what stays, what goes. Okay. All right, Page of Pentacles, please. Show me that Page of Pentacles. Show me that Page of Pentacles. Now, small little guy, the Page of Pentacles is, but he is an honest and realistic investment in some way. Small. What's this? What are we doing here? Four of Wands, Two of Swords. You're saying you don't know, but you feel like maybe you don't have total conviction on this, but you're saying you're willing to try. At some point in your future, you will become a little bit more relationship oriented in terms of maybe I can try again. Maybe I can try again, but in something else. I think hopefully a brand new relationship. You're showing me one, however, that is balanced. Justice. That's the thing. So it's like maybe a little bit. Maybe I could be open to that. Four of Wands. You're not entirely convinced in future, but you're a heck of a lot better in conviction in future than you are now. So that tells me, once you get a little bit more interested or curious in investing in a relationship, that's the starting point, or that's the tipping point for you. And then I see you Chariot launching into something. I don't see anyone specific in there at all. This seems to be a general reference point of maybe I'm ready, or I feel like it's ready to possibly, I could be safe and secure, possibly, maybe, to opening up to something. That means making yourself more available and accessible as opposed to, say, completely closed off. So obviously not just, I'm going to invest in a relationship with you. Yeah, no. I mean being more open towards it. Making those small investments that put you in that particular pathway. Okay? But yeah, so long as it's balanced, you're like, maybe I can be open towards it. Fairness. It's a fair relationship. Because you have a strong example of what's not fair. Right? It's not balanced. Not on the same team, not on the same goals, not on the same page, nowhere near it. We don't want that to happen again, right? So the Chariot, let's see it. Let's see you boldly ride off into that sunset. I would love that. Show me the Chariot, please. Show me the Chariot, show me the Chariot, show me the Chariot. Might be getting time for a haircut. When it started getting everywhere, all over the place, I'm like, that's usually my cue. Show me the Chariot. Show me the Chariot. Show me the Chariot. Show me the Chariot. Show me that Chariot, please. Show me the Chariot. Show me the Chariot. King of Swords. Yes. Two of Wands. Yes. The Magician. You're like, right, I've made up my mind. You will begin manifesting quite strongly in the future with a very strong idea of what it is that's right for you. You're like, there's no backing down from this particular subject. Okay. With that assessment of a brand new investment, possibly in relationship energy, one that at least feels balanced, and then take it from there. You're like, okay, that's it. That's the plan. And you're going to stick to that plan. Chariot. Boldly moving forward. You made up your mind. King of Swords. Two of Wands. Decisions made. Magician. You're pulling it in, manifesting it from the universe. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. You did a heck of a job. I know you kind of flew into this reading sideways, but over the course of the reading, you went from sideways to picking yourself up like this, and then you've been carrying yourself forward ever since. And you've done a great job. You've done a really good job of doing exactly that. Let's see here. There's the official. I recognize that I cut out anything that's pretty much useless and doesn't work, right? Or painful and doesn't work. Regardless, it adds up the same way. So that small admission. This has already happened. Obviously, it's quite strong. I don't need a reference check for that. That has a very strong imprint of time attached to it. I'm more interested in your future line. I see you riding off into that sunset, boldly going in a direction that very much feels right to you, mentally and emotionally. That's all I care about. Does it feel right for you? On a snowy day. That was interesting. Ew. In winter. Really? On a snowy day in winter. Really? We had to say the same thing twice. Is that what we're doing now? Can we kind of hone in on that timeline? Yes, I talk back. You do what I do, you talk back. I guess they're really showcasing the idea of winter on a Thursday. Are we thinking winter this year? Could be. Thank you. I was looking for that. Okay. Okay. 18 months for some of you. A year and a half. There you go. Now, don't get me wrong. 18 months may not be exactly it. 18 days might be important. 18 weeks. The 18th. I don't know. You have to take some flexibility. The oracles are meant to act as bridges. They either connect the story or they don't. That's the same is true for time references. For some of you, it might be winter of this year within 18 days. Or on the 18th. Perhaps there's a freak snowstorm outside of the typical winter bracket, whenever that is for you. For the rest of you, year and a half. Roughly. But within 18, that could be a year. For sure. Okay. What? One? Oh, we're going to do that. Oh, yes, we're going to. Yes. One. That's not fair. No, I know. I'll get you another one. We have the frog with the coin in his mouth, sign and symbol of prosperity. Prosperity lies ahead. Yeah. Beautiful. Or some of you are already independently wealthy, that kind of thing. What's going on? A little bit of luck. There we go. That's better. The letters S, N. The maple leaf for the turning of the leaves, as it would represent fall time. But yeah, maple leaf. Beautiful. And you. That's you. Yay, Sag. That's your medallion. Yay, Sag. It's all about you. Yes. I love it. I do love this. And for some of you, I am seeing it. Yeah. North and south nodes. If you have Sag in your north and south nodes, yeah. Yeah. That might make sense for some of you. Your north node, what it is, those traits and characteristics that you can step into in times of distress, challenge, personal or otherwise. that you step into and it would aid you. South node being doing the opposite of what you've always done, characteristic. So if Sag is in your south node, okay, doing the opposite. It's not a knock on your sign, guys. Like, for instance, Aquarius is my south node. That means when I am confronted with challenge or change, what I don't do, what I shouldn't do, is sit there and overthink it, because it doesn't work. For others, Aquarius is their north node, and that's exactly what they need to do. They need to stop and think about things carefully. Whereas my north node is Leo. It's better that I just meet it head on, take initiative, and think about it later. It's just something I'm better suited to. So for some of you, the way I saw that, and I even said some of you came into this reading sideways and you're getting yourself upright. The way I saw your medallion in conjunction with the S and N, I'm saying it is south and north. For some of you, yeah, absolutely. And for others of you, it's just S and N. Okay. All right, Sag, honey, regardless, I do hope this helps you. Put in the comments as you see fit. I am looking forward to hopefully seeing you in future readings where you kind of bravely ride off into the sunset, manifesting openly a future that you're determined to have for yourself. I like how you're very tentative about, yeah, maybe I'm ready to open up towards a relationship, provided it's balanced. And if that's true, I'll go for it. Good attitude. It is. All right, honey. I hope this helped you, like I said. Take care. Be well.